Hey, I'm Papurr, and for the past 5 years, I've been mastering the art of credit and travel hacking. And in that time, I've helped over 4,800 people repair and rebuild their credit, as well as teach them how to maximize rewards to travel first class and stay in five-star hotels for free. So in front of me, I've got one of our members that's actually been with us for around 2 years, if I'm not wrong now. And his name is Yomi. He's an amazing guy. Yomi, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell the guys a little bit about you, what you do, and how long you've been a part of Credit Club 2.0 and how you found it so far.
Yeah, so my name's Yomi. I'm a program director. I've been in the project manager space for about 14 years. So kind of managing creative tech and event projects. And I also coach aspiring project managers, teaching them how to kind of learn the trade and then kind of help them get jobs as well. I joined Credit Club probably about, yeah, like you said, 2 years ago. And it's been good, man. I think it's a great space to learn about credit, to actually get support and to also network. I think most of us within the Credit Club community are all in the same space, or some people are further along on the journey, and we kind of all collaborate and help each other to kind of succeed, really, because credit is a long game. So yeah.
No, 100%. And in the time you've been with us, I know you've flown all over the place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to like throw them up on the screen because I know recently you sent me some of your photos in business class and like at some of the nice hotels. So I'll throw them up on the screen for people to see. Tell people how that whole experience was, how you've been able to generate your points and some of the deals you've been able to snatch. Because I know we've got some of your screenshots or your receipts you've sent us. And I saw one of your flights was like £283 for business class and another like 340 AED, which is like £70 in business class. How's that process of booking the flights been, using your credit that we were able to help open you? And what credit cards do you have now? And yeah, just talk about the whole process of flights, because I know a lot of people watch this and they're like, can I actually do the flight stuff? Is it real for me to actually book a business class flight for £300 or less than that? So yeah, you're the man to tell them, because I know recently you sent me a load of photos.
Yeah, so I think, it's a little bit of tapping into the credit card community and asking them questions. And it's also about, doing your research online. There's quite a few platforms that do things like let you see different flights and how much points it would cost to actually book that flight, and also the different points companies that you can use, whether it's using Avios or Emirates. I use one called point.me, and all it does is it allows you to search for a flight, and then you can see all the different partners that allow you to use their points to claim that flight. There's another one I use. I can't remember. It's something like Airlo or something. I need to find it. We can put it in the description or something. But it allows you to find specific seats. So, for example, when I went to Dubai recently, I wanted to find a Q suite. So I was able to look for a Q suite flight, right? And that is big because then you know that no matter what, you're guaranteed to get that Q seat. And then I used my Avios from the Privilege Club for Qatar Airways to actually book that flight. So it's pretty simple, man. Once you kind of find the tools that you can use to help you find a flight that you want, figure out which company to use, then all you need to do is just make sure you've got the right balance on your account, and then you can just use that to book the flight. The process is just like booking a normal flight with cash, it's just that you're using points.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of like the experience, I mean, it's one of those things that's hard to explain in words. You actually have to go and experience it to understand it. But I've flown on a few business class flights, and people always say like once you do it, you don't want to go back, and that is true.
Yeah, literally. Well, I always say this to everyone. I'm like, don't fly business unless you're ready to pay, business if you don't know how to do it. And if you know how to do it, make sure you have a lot of points to fly business class. So how much did your Qatar Airways business class cost you? Do you know exactly like how much it cost you and how much points
Not
you?
off the top of my head, but I think it was like 60,000 points, and like you said, maybe something like 300 and something AED. So basically nothing, man.
Yeah, basically cheaper than what you'd pay for economy, which is great.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I was going to ask you is, how have you found your one-to-one group chat, and has it been useful? Because in Credit Club, everyone that joins gets their own personalized group chat, and I know you do ask us some questions in there. How have you found it personally, and do you find it useful?
Yeah, man, I see it in two ways. It's like having experts, like right at the tip of your fingers, but also it's just like having friends that are knowledgeable and that you can just ask a question anytime you want, right? And that's pretty much how it's felt for me. And we've met each other in Dubai like last year. We missed each other this year, but like we'll see each other later. So it's more than just having some chat support group. It's experts, it's You can build friends in there, you know. So it's a good space, man. It's a good thing to have to support you on this journey.
No, I appreciate that. And yeah, exactly. Me and Yomi met last year on a yacht, which is cool. It's like the most random things. It's like me and Yomi never knew each other before. He joined the program. We ended up talking, being friends. I think I actually had the initial phone call with you. And then it's just building a relationship with each other. And then, he was in Dubai. He was like, I've got this event. Do you want to come? And I obviously went to meet him, and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the key things with us as well. And then the other thing I was going to ask you is, how have you found the content and material in Credit Club 2.0? Was it easy to understand? How are the videos? And actually, we were having a little chit chat, and you were like, I rewatched the videos that have just come out. So the quality has obviously gone up over time, but yeah, how have you found the videos in your experience?
Yeah, man, I think the videos are easy to understand. So not even just this time. When I first went over it, I watched everything twice because you miss stuff, right? And there's also the first time I watched it, there were certain things that I wanted to understand real quickly. So I just kind of skipped into those things and I quickly learned them. But then I went back and watched everything again to make sure that, I soaked up all the knowledge that I wanted to. And then recently this year, I thought, let me check the videos again to see if there's anything I've missed or if anything's changed. And I saw that, they're new videos. The quality's definitely improved. Obviously, you can tell that more production has been put, to make sure that the quality of these videos are really good. But yeah, man, I feel like as long as we keep updating the content and giving people up-to-date information, I think it's going to stay valuable.
No, I appreciate that. And thank you so much. And then before, because I know you're in a hotel, and the thing with Yomi is he actually does everything we talk about. He stays at the hotels, he does the flights, but I know Yomi needs to check out of his hotel, so I'm not going to take too much time. But one last question I was going to ask you is, would you recommend this to someone else? And what would you say to someone that's in two minds of joining the program?
Yeah, I would say definitely do it, man. Like, I think, I can only speak for myself, being someone from the Black community, and like financial education is not something that's taught out of the gate, right? So for us, we have to work harder. We have to tap into different communities to be able to learn some of this stuff. So if you're someone like that, not even that you have to be Black, but just someone in an underestimated or, those communities where you don't get access to that type of information, then this is a good place to be because no one's looking at where you're from or what your status is. We're just looking to provide you with support and kind of guide you on the journey. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend it.
No, 100%. And just to touch on to that, to kind of finish it off, credit is one of those things you do not get taught in the UK. You don't get taught in the school system. You don't get taught it at university. You don't get taught it at college. No one wants you to know how to use credit. Why? Because the banks, the credit lenders want to make the maximum amount of money off people. So they don't want you to know how to use it the correct way. They'd rather just have you do trial and error. And what we've done is we've created this community. I mean, from the ground up, 4 years now, we've been running this, 4,800 members. And we're just trying to teach you the basic financial literacy and then how to actually go to the mastery side of things and get the most benefit out of it, whether that be the flights, mortgages, loans, high credit limits, the whole shebang. If you just know how to do it, you'll be able to pull it off. But it's been a pleasure speaking to you, Yomi. And if anyone has any questions, just drop it down in the comments below and I'll answer it. And maybe Yomi might just jump in the comments sometimes and see if there's any questions you guys have. But again, pleasure speaking to you, bro. And yeah, thank you guys.